here on the bald-headed Saskatchewan prairie, we have no maple leaf. We have crocuses, tiger lilies, pigweed, sow thistle, Russian thistle, Canadian thistle. In a way, the maple leaf isn't for us. We have quite a mixture of people, too. Polish, German, Galician, Ukrainian, Doukhobor, Bohemian. We have Mennonites and Hutterites, Czechoslovak, Hungarian. We have them all. But in my newspaper, these are the people who get into the society notes. I write up their tea parties and bridge parties and meetings of the Louis Riel chapter of the IODE. Mrs. Lucy Tregillis can trace her family clear back to the Fenian raids in Huron County. Aunt Lil's from England, where she was born. Pure English, right down from William the Conqueror. Sadie Twells claims she's more Canadian than Violet Chivers. Chivers are UE loyalists, and the Twells claim the UE loyalists came to this country after the Twells. Steve Kaziwi doesn't live in town. He had no grandfather defending the maple leaf from the Fenian raids. He didn't come over from merry old England. His folks didn't take up any homestead with the UE loyalists. Steve is Central European. So is his wife. So is young Steve, who attends Rabbit High School 5 miles south of town. Now, it'd be nice if I could say in every issue of my weekly newspaper that everything is sweetness and light around our district. I could, but it'd be a little one side of the truth.
Take all them vegetables, had them clear out the curriculum line. Turnips, parsnips, acres of them. In town peddling them to folks. Royal Cafe.
Oh, there ought to be a law.
What does CCF ever do for me anyway?
Well, where did he get all the cash in the first place?
Saving it, living like a pig. Sticking their nickels in a sock, waiting till they get a flour sack full so they can go and buy out all them fellas that didn't even have hired help during the war because their sons was overseas.
Well, this is happening all over the country. There ought to be a law.
Nor the liberals, nor the conservatives. No.
Take my boy. He ain't got that kind of cash. Him and his wife ain't got that kind of money. And they could use that hopper place.
Well, sure they could.
You see my wife lately?
My boy fighting overseas while we make hay right here.
She thinks she's punishing.
Well, there ought to be a law to protect our own kind.
Sure there ought to. Right kind of government put in a law. Keep them from buying more land until they get assimilated. They gotta be part of the community. Speak English all the time. They don't let them Hutterites in Alberta swarm anytime they feel like it.
I'll say they don't.
Hello, this place. What are you fellows do? You Indians? Plot against the whites? Hey, Taffy, I'm buying it for this fellow.
Not for me, all right? Not for me, Steve.
All right, over at that table then. Funny thing happened to me last week. Taffy! Over at this table too.
No, not for me. Leave me out, no.
Leave me out.
All right. Bill, how about you? You want to have a
Still got a couple.
Jim?
No.
All right, maybe next time, eh? Hey, nobody used this chair, eh?
No.
A funny thing happened to me last week. Stevie and me was coming in town, driving in fast. Dad, Stevie says to me, what's your hurry? No hurry, I say, Stevie, no hurry. You going to a fire, Stevie says? No fire, I say, no fire, Stevie.
I gotta push her.
Wait a minute. Then we smell something burning. Was burning something. Cigarette ash dropped down. Car seat on fire. Was burning. Was at fire, not going to fire. At fire already. And Stevie asking, what's hurry?
Well, I gotta push off. You coming, Bill?
Yeah.
Running a weekly newspaper, I come across that sort of thing a little more often than most. First I heard of anything was in Harvey Hushell's barber shop.
I don't like it. Some folks say I do, but I don't. Nobody hates to charge $1 for a haircut more than I do, Chet. It's a terrible price. Terrible price.
Yep.
Diminishing returns.
Does it?
Reaches a point. Folks think twice about getting a haircut. Don't step into that chair but what I see it on their face.
What?
Realization.
Oh.
Right on their face. This here haircut's gonna cost me a whole $1. Hair gets longer. Longer time between haircuts. First thing to go is kids' haircuts. Mother goes out and buys herself a pair of clippers. There's tufts of hair all over the kitchen floor, all over the West these days.
Is there?
Then there's those that never did come to me for their haircuts. Foreigners. Always had their women do it for them. Like, Steve Kaziwi. Must be pretty tough on the barber over there. Ukraine, Poland, Hungary.
Yeah, I guess they are.
Country of.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, wouldn't make a particle of difference to me. Steve Kaziwi came in here every day for a shave. Wouldn't make a bit of difference. But there's other things.
Oh, what other things?
Assimilation.
Oh, I see.
Take his language.
Well, Steve does all right. He says anything he wants you to understand.
Been in this country 15, 20 years.
Well, he gets it across all right. Of course, sometimes it comes out a little twisted, kind of like a horse coming out of a stable backwards.
Mrs. Kaziwi. Wife. Not a word.
Oh?
Just her native tongue. Not a word of English assimilation.
Well, Harvey, it's harder for the women. The men get around a bit, and the English rubs off on them. They pick it up when they go into the store or take some grain into the elevator. They can't help picking up a little bit. It's different for the woman. She's at home. It's harder for her.
That woman will go to her grave speaking her native tongue.
Well, Harvey, maybe they like to relax when they get home around the fire. It's hard, you know, speaking a language that you're not used to. They get home as just themselves. They want to loosen up a bit, relax. Kind of like taking off your shoes, Harv.
One of the prices you got to pay, Chet.
Huh?
Precious thing. Comes high. Precious thing.
What is?
Good citizenship. Canadian citizenship. Comes high. Price tag on it. On your head now. Just tilt her forward there.
Look, Harv, Steve Kaziwi and his wife and son aren't the kind
I
of
got
people-
nothing against Steve Kaziwi.
You just don't like him cutting his own hair.
Make a particle.
Hey, Harv, just watch those two moles at the back of my neck.
I just like to see folks, all kinds of folks, take a healthy interest in their community.
Just above the collar line. There's one on either side.
When this razor slides over your neck, it won't
The
matter.
fella gets sensitive about
Well,
his
that
mole.
leather's covering them up.
Well, they bleed, you know.
Those two moles are standing out like a couple of elevators. Take the lather off first. First thing good barber always does.
Gets to know his clients, you know.
I could name you every mole in this community. They don't come and go, you know.
Look, Harvey, if
Now,
you just
will
take
you
the...
sit still and relax? I can't shave a moving object. Go out of their way to take an interest.
Well, Steve Kaziwi does all right. Nothing wrong with his citizenship, is there?
Well,
Pays his taxes regular, don't he?
a lot more to it than that, Chet.
A hard worker, clean farmer, honest.
A lot more. Well, look, what every single person does affects this country.
Huh?
You take all them foreign groups of people carrying on, speaking their own language. Why, down in Quebec, they got whole communities where not a word, not a single word English is spoke. Morning till night, daybreak to dark, French.
Well, maybe most of the people down there are French.
They aren't the only ones. All over this dominion ours. Repeats herself. Repeats herself.
Yes, Harvey.
You take this Kaziwi affair. You can't blame it on everybody else.
Look, Harvey, what are you trying to do?
There's feeling. There's feeling in the district, Chet.
What?
Ricky was in here 2 hours ago, sitting right there. Land hog.
You're damn right he is.
I don't usually see eye to eye with Albert Ricky, but he was sitting there muttering, land greedy, Kiziwi, buying the Hopper half section.
Oh, Ricky?
Kiziwi.
Oh.
Rumor has it he's buying the Hopper place. Ricky ain't got no more money to buy land.
Well, he's got enough for 5 farms already.
It's like all others. Hailed last fall. Got his crop under all those snow. Won't get it out till spring if he does then. Shortage of cash in the district, Chet. Credit situation's pretty bad.
So that's why
Kind
Ricky
of
was-
a fluke. Kiziwi's got his crop off. Irony.
Huh?
Cutting his crop old-fashioned with a binder. Got her into the stocks. Only fella got his crop off last fall. Got the cash. Folks feel he's taking advantage of his luck.
Well, it wasn't
I
luck that
didn't
he...
say it. I say that's what folks are saying. Wet or dry?
Hmm?
I say wet. Oh, sorry. Folks feel Kiziwi's getting too big for his overhauls. There's feeling. Dollar, Chet. There's feeling.
Two ball off the 4 in the corner. What? All right, knock it off.
Uh-oh. There we go again. Yeah.
All right, Dirty Bill, shoot up.
Oh,
Anybody use this table?
no.
Who's shot?
Come on, Art.
It's my shot.
Yeah.
I think I'll try the 11 in the side pocket.
What made it?
Hey, girl. Like to play a little game? Little game of fluke?
No time. Got to get back to the shop.
Oh, come on, Colonel. Shoot a little game.
Both feet on the floor.
All right.
I spot you. I spot you 20 points.
No.
Who's shot?
Ah, here. You play me a little game, eh? Come on, play a little game of fluke, huh?
No.
You're late, boy.
Yeah, Mrs. Cardwell got the coal oil onto her fire.
Oh, did you?
That's my point. Nobody's been doing so good with it, except Stevie Kaziwi. Got everyone right up on the board yesterday.
That's nice.
Well, he works for it.
Well, doesn't everybody work for everything?
Not like Stevie. Goes at her like he was stuck in a field. And don't quit till he's got her. He's got to work for everything.
Say, how's he doing at school?
Stevie?
Yeah.
Well, he's not first. He's in the first 3 in grade.
No, I didn't mean that way. I meant, how's he getting along with the other boys these days?
Oh, well, that's not too good.
Oh?
Like last week. Fight.
Yeah?
I wasn't in it. Stevie, Joe, Archie, and Alec. Bunch of them.
What, all on Stevie?
Yep, 5 of them.
Stevie get hurt?
Oh, Stevie, he didn't get hurt much. He's tough. Joe Sparrow and Archie Winter quit right away with the nosebleed. And Alex Knowlton got the wind knocked out of him. And Joe, he called Stevie a damn hunky. And Archie said they didn't even have the citizenship. They weren't even Canadians. And Pete called Stevie a dirty foreign cat licker. Well, Miss Cardwell, she come out near the end and they quit. They all got to stay in for a week after 4 and help Mr. Bollington clean up.
Stevie, too?
Oh, no. The kids say their folks are real hot about it. Her keeping them in for fighting and not keeping Stevie in. Archie says his dad says gazebos are getting too big for their overhauls. Getting all that land and building that big barn. Hey, I don't get it.
Don't get what, Gordy?
Well, people don't seem so fussy about gazebos anymore.
Well, maybe it's because they're doing so well.
Huh?
Well, you know, getting that Hooper place and building that barn.
Jealous?
Yeah, maybe kind of jealous, Gordy. You know, Steve's got the place looking pretty nice now. Paint the house white and the roof blue.
Well, I don't see why that should make folks mad.
Well, you know, a lot of people around here, Gordy, haven't had it so good the last couple of years. You see, people don't take to prosperity, at least not when it's a neighbor's prosperity and when it's someone who's made a little different from the rest of us.
What do you mean, the way he talks and him being, well, like a foreigner?
Yeah, that's right, Gordy. Well, now listen, we'll talk about this some other time. These newspapers won't deliver themselves, so here you are. And say, listen, in the meantime, if you hear anyone calling Steve a hunky, I guess you know what...
Sure. Stevie's still my friend.
Attaboy. Okay, we'll see you later.
Okay, see ya.
Got a match, sir?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that way you can always tell.
Besides water? Buy a politician's water? Just buy water.
Yep. You watch next time. Next election. They get a cabinet minister up there in that platform, and they'll bring him his water in a sterling silver pitcher. All shined up by the Liberal Ladies Club. Excuse me, Herb.
Yeah, sure.
Then you take the fellow that's the member of Parliament. How does he get his water? Cut glass pitcher. Real fancy glass.
Yeah.
But you take the candidate that ain't the member. He's trying to upset the member this time. He don't get sterling silver. He don't get cut glass. He gets a china pitcher, maybe. Out of one of them hotel rooms. And the independent candidate, that's plain dirt candidate. Just a white cup. Cracked! Yeah, the handle knocked off. When he's drunk then, he better wrestle his own or quit talking. So that's the way you tell your politicians apart, it's by their water. And that's the way you get their chances in the next election.
Yeah,
How
well.
they get their water to them on the platform.
However he gets the water on the platform, Doc's getting my vote next time. Doc knows what he's doing. A few more of him's what they need up there. You take these Hooterites. Fella like Doc, they wouldn't be swarming every time they felt like it.
Yeah. How the H do they expect a fellow to scratch up the kind of money they got? Whole damn colony sticking together, raising the price. That's how they get a hold of all the good land.
Never buy anything. No good to anybody. The way I see it, the Hooterites ain't the only ones. Ought to do something about all the rest of the foreigners getting all the good land. You take Steve Kaziwe.
Hello.
Right.
Hello, Duchamp. Everybody, hello. Herb? Pete, how's your sorrel mare, Pete?
Got her foot in the fence. Shot her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. It's too bad, I'm sorry.
Never mind, don't let it bust your heart. It's only a horse.
Joe, I hear you got your limit. Geese. Ah, that's nice, Joe. Limit honker.
Wasn't honkers, just wavies.
Ah, geese, all geese, Joe. Me, never I shoot at goose. At the goose, even. Never I had chance to miss at the goose.
Well, there's some that's too tight and mean to spend the money for shells. Can't shoot a goose without you buy shells. Can you?
All right, Joe. You all right. All right, you other fellas, too. Bill, I was wondering...
Sorry, Steve, I got a lot of work to do.
Not waste your valuable time, Bill. Not sorry your horse. Not happy your goose shoot. Disc. Sharpened disc I got outside.
Oh, why, sure, Steve.
Like always, eh, Bill? Cash. Nothing wrong, my cash. Nothing wrong, Kiziwi dollar.
Huh?
No time, Kiziwi. Lots time, Kiziwi money.
Sure.
That's nice. That's nice, I suppose.
Well, there she is for another year, Miss Johnson.
Thank you. Mr. Lambert, there's something It's about the Kiziwis.
Yes, Miss Johnson?
Well, I was coming in tonight anyway for my subscription, but there's something else. I don't like what's happening in our town with the Kiziwis. I hadn't realized it had gone so far.
Yeah, it's rolling right along.
It's not like they don't talk like the women I know.
Well, they're the women you know, all right.
Sometimes I think men have the real intolerance.
Well, I don't think you women have got anything to go around patting yourselves on the back about. She a member of your WA?
Mrs. Kiziwi? She was asked.
Did she ever attend a meeting?
Well, no.
Well, you women were the ones who had the chance to do some real good in the first place. The men, the fellas like Steve Kiziwi, they can get around. They don't need a helping hand so much. But a woman, mother, stuck in the home, she has to say about the kids, the next generation.
Well, I'm not saying she hasn't. I thought perhaps if you do an editorial.
No, I'm afraid it's too late for that kind of thing. You women had the chance. If you'd have got at the mother and through her to the children, the whole family would... Excuse me. Yeah, Lambert here. What? When did it... How long's it been... Yeah, okay, right over.
What is it, Mr. Lambert? Anything serious?
It's a Kiziwi. Fire.
Oh, no. Their barn?
Their house.
Oh.
Their house! Shame.
All that furniture, brand new wash machine.
Didn't have a chance. Our furnace kind of blew up, and she went up like a straw stack.
Darn shame.
Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, let's get those buckets. Let's go. Oh, boys, over here. She ain't gonna do much good, but we got buckets. We'll do all we can.
Sure. First fella step forward with buckets, I brain him.
Now, hold on. Now, Steve, we're sorry.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. All good fellows now, yeah. You help. when my health's going up. Then you help when it ain't any good for help person then. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Stevie, go and help your mother. Go on. You ain't going to help before with kind words. You're not going to help now. Oh, sir, you're not sorry my wife, me, my kid. You're sorry my house. When you're ready, be sorry my wife, me, my kid. Come back, all right, come back again. Not before. It's not going to be like before no more. No, sir. You take my business. Elevator, take my grain. You take honky vegetables. You take honey grain. And you take dirty foreigner money, too. But we ain't like you. He's we, his wife, his kid, not British. Who the hell British? Who they, by God? British people savage when my people culture. Anglo-Saxon, just human being? Me too. I got muscle, I got human muscle. I got human heart too. Same British. How you like to be alone sometime? Only one different in the whole place. I tell you, terrible. So terrible, I don't even wish to happen to you. Not even you.
Nobody emptied a bucket. Not a bucket. That was the end of it. I guess Steve Kaziwi made his point that night, standing there in front of his burning house. A little late for most of us in this district, but he made it.